How's everybody doing today? Going to be changing this thing right here. With this. Hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday. I also have my battery charging under the hood with the battery charger. The battery was at about 50% when I plugged it in, which I don't know if it would start at 50%, but hopefully it'll be at 100% by the time I finish this. I am going to try and give it a cold start and align it the way the guy had it in that video, which is the way it's supposed to be timed up according to that video. And we'll see if we can't get this thing cranked. If not, if this isn't the problem, this needed to be changed anyways because the distributor is like burnt on the inside and very dirty. So the whole thing should be replaced regardless. But if it's not this, then we know that it's either this chip in the head or it's going to be the fuel injectors, which are going to be back there. It could either be like a crack in one of the harness wires, one of the fuel injectors could be clogged, or the whole thing needs to just be replaced, which if that's the case, I have to order that part, which it's $154. It'll be here in a few days if that is the case, so we'll see. Hopefully not, but we're going to start with the easiest and most common issue with the codes that came up on the computer. Let me check the battery real quick. Oh wow. Alright, I just put that battery charger on there about 30 minutes ago. That's why I wanted to wait till 12:30, because I thought that was going to take longer, but my battery's at 100%. I'm going to leave it plugged in though, just for now. Let's get these screws out of here. Pretty certain that this already has screws with the new one, but just in case I don't want to lose these, so let's see if I can. Hold on. These gloves are really hard to like grab small things. Oh no! All right, I got it. Both of these screws here. All right, we're just gonna keep these. I'm gonna put them inside my fuse cover up here on the dash so I don't lose them. Remember I put those there. Alright, so what I'm going to do right now is I want to keep these hoses plugged into the old top here. I'd like to just kind of move this out of the way slightly just so I can get to this bolt down in here. I don't know if I have to even take the spinning thing out. I think the whole thing will just come out. Alright, so now what I want to do is I need to find, oh man, that's going to be, that bolt right there has kind of been an awkward place. I might want to, I don't think that comes off though. Alright, so I just got to find the correct sized ratchet here. Probably going to end up being either a 12 maybe, which I had, or a 13. Alright, so it's a 13. Wow, that's in a really awkward place. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to fit this thing in there. I might have to try and do it with my hand. Let's see if I can do it with my hand. I wish that I just had a ratchet that goes into it and it's just that height that I can have something to turn it with. This extender right here It's not going to fit in this small one, but the extender makes it too tall. Let me see, maybe that top disc comes out. Let's see. Are these the same size? I don't think so. Let me get a good view of this. Those are just slightly smaller than the one I have in the drill. It's probably this one. Yeah, that's it. I got the right size one. Oh, God. Bro, now I see why mechanics don't like working on these things. There's like no non-awkward place to position your body in here while you're trying to get down in this engine. Alright, there's one. Okay, let's not lose these. That just pops right out. Now, it would appear. Now we got 4 screws in here, the same size, perfect. Just gonna take it right out. I get this round plastic cap out of my way. Should be able to get down in there. Oh, that's just for this. That just takes that little thing out. That doesn't take the... Alright. I don't see any other screws in there unless it's held in by this thing. Alright, where do I put that ratchet at? Oh, here it is. What size is this? 13? And this was a 10, so I need a size 11. I thought I had an 11 out here. There's an 11. No, see, that's too small. So 12 really should be the right one, but I have a feeling the bolt's upside down in here. Alright, so what I need to figure out right now is how to fit this in here. Actually, you know what? I'll just have to use a regular wrench. I can probably fit a regular wrench in there to loosen that. So this is a size... This is a 13. So let me go get a 13 size wrench. And once I get that, then I'll be able to get that out of there. I don't think I have one in the van here. They're all too big. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go run in the toolbox real quick. Let me get that out. That one bolt comes out, the whole thing pops up. brought a bunch out here, but I'm hoping that this one right here fits it. We'll see. It doesn't have a number on it, so let's see if I can fit it in there. It's really hard to get anything in here. It's too long. It's too fucking long. I'd have to cut it in half. But I think this is the right size, this one. Let me see if I can get to it from this way. It's plugged in over there. Alright. Alright, I got it. I got it. Just slow little turns. But I got it. This is actually the perfect size, too. And it's coming off. We got it. I just gotta remember to put my gloves on before I stick my fingers on there because it's pretty oily. Just want to get a little bit more of the screw out before I stick my fingers in there. I have a feeling this is a fairly long bolt. I would think that it would be. Alright. Let's see, maybe I'll just do one. No, I still gotta use this thing. It's hard to, there's not anything to grab on yet. Slow and steady wins the race. And get it out of there. And get it out. Brought all these wrenches out here, and it was the first one that needed. Just didn't feel like making trips. There's such an awkward place to get to this thing. It doesn't look like it would be because it's like right here in the front, but man, it's set in there. This thing's like kind of in a way than all of these fucking bars and wires, hoses. Everything's in the way to it. And then this disc, you can't put like a ratchet in there and crank it out because it don't fit. Putting it in is going to be essentially the same way. New one. It's alright. Maybe I can turn it now? Yeah. I just don't want to knock this off into the engine. This thing's kind of in the way, but I didn't want to stick my hand in here, but oh well. Alright, I got it out. There's that. Now, let's move this back down here. This whole thing should just lift right out. There we go. Oh, look at all that oil on there. Oh man, that's broken. It's broken. I don't know if you can see that. Look at the base. You can see the metal that's broken off in that, and that's supposed to spin. It's a motor. I was right. It's fucking broken. Of course my car's not going to work. It's dripping oil everywhere. Let's set it out there. Alright, now I want to take these old screws and stuff and put them somewhere where they're not going to get lost. And throw them in here maybe. Here's the old bowl. I'm pretty sure the new one comes with everything. I would think. For the money I spent, it should. Alright, we'll stick that in the fuse box. Alright, now for the new one. Yeah, I was right. That thing was fucking broken. Not just on the top, but on the base. The metal was completely shot the fuck out. The fuck is this? There's like a 3M thing in here. Here, there's instructions. I should probably look at those. Let's see what these things say. This is not, that's an ignition and starter. That is not instructions. Disconnect the negative battery terminal. Note you may lose any present radio functions, codes, and ECM patterns. There will need to be a reset after installation. I have a computer. I could actually reset the computer in the van as well. Alright, so my battery is now charged, so let me go disconnect that real quick. I'm pretty sure it's the same size thing. Why do they gotta use fucking weird ass fucking bolts in my battery here, man? Why do they gotta do that? Alright. They use like the weirdest shit. Alright, do I need to put any kind of lubricant on this before I drop it in there? That's what I want to know. Do I need to do anything to it? I want to know what this thing's for right here. What this thing, is this thing just supposed to be up here probably? This little O-ring. It's probably supposed to be up there, I'm guessing. Alright, let's not lay this on this dirty ass floor. I don't need to label all my wires because these are just going to go in exactly how I pull them off of here. So this is me labeling the wires, just leaving them plugged into the old head. Alright, remove the distributor, hold down clamps and bolts to remove the unit. Well, that wasn't hard to remove, so I don't think I need to spray this down with any oils. But what I would say is, I don't know what the inside of that looks like. But I would presume if I stick this down in there, that's going to get lubricated with all the oil that's already in there that came out with the other one. Like, it's going to immediately get lubricated. It doesn't tell me to lubricate it. It just tells me to clean if there's any corrosion around where I pulled it out at, and I don't see corrosion. It's just silver. There's no rust. There's not even oil around the O-ring where I pulled it out. There's oil on the base of the engine where it was leaking over here, but I bet you that the leak was coming up through the distributor as well, because it had like a broken piece of metal. So I guarantee it was like slipping out the sides, and that's why it's right here, because there's nothing else right here that would leak onto the lip. So it was coming from the distributor causing that leak as well. So I think this distributor will also fix the oil leak, because I can't see where anywhere else that oil came from other than the distributor right there. If it was leaking from the top right here on this part of the engine, there would be oil coming, you would see oil coming out of that crevice, and there's not, it's dry. Alright, now, oh fuck. Why is there only one screw? Where's the other screw at? I'm missing a screw in my brand new distributor. Completely missing a screw. This is in the box. this paper. Let's see it. Yeah, they gave me this part missing a screw. I cannot believe that. Unless it's in the top part, which I don't think. I didn't see it. Nope. Nice. They sold me a distributor without a screw to lock down that plastic. It didn't fall out anywhere, I don't see it. Good thing, I guess, that one of the screws that I pulled out of the other one are in good shape and not rusted. And they're the same size. Here's the other one. Make sure I got the right one. Alright, listen up, motherfucker. Alright, this is the better one. Yep, same size screw. Alright, well, I have one. I don't think a screw's going to make much of a difference. But what I need to do is I need to take out this screw. Sorry, my phone holder came off. The phone holder came off. Let me fix it. Oh my goodness. That was loud. That was fucking loud. Sorry about that. Fucking thing shot the fuck out. This is brand new too. Probably gonna fall down again. Make sure you all can see. I'm gonna move the phone up just a little bit. Trying to use my other. I can't see the screen when it's in the frickin' wall here. Alright, so now I just gotta zoom in. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. I zoom in too much. There we go. Alright. Should be good. Hopefully that doesn't fall again. That thing's not really meant for metal, it's meant for a window. Alright, so as I was saying, I need to take this off so I can make sure that the thing that's in here is positioned the correct way. It needs to sit down in there like this. But I need to make sure that the metal is facing the direction it's supposed to. Okay. Oh, come on. Tell me. This is a much longer screw than the other one. Alright, I think I got it. Just don't want to drop it. Yeah, these screws are slightly bigger. Alright. Okay. Now I think I can just turn this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in open like this. So once I get it in there, I have to pull up the YouTube video of the other guy doing it, look and see where he's got his positioned, and then just mimic that and then put the cap back on it. That's how you time it. And when I plug my computer in to the van, I can clear all codes. And we'll see if it triggers anything. I don't see anything on here where I need to put anything on this. And I'm pretty sure that O-ring slides up there. That's the only place it would fit snugly. Yeah, see, this thing right here is supposed to spin. The other one of these rivets was completely ripped off and shredded and up into here. which would explain why it's misfiring. That would explain it, right? I would say so. Alright, let's get this in here. Just drop her right in. I should just go right in there. Uh-oh. Alright, where's the hole at? I need a flashlight real quick. Let's see that hole. Alright, cool. It lines up with the hole perfectly. So his... Oh, fuck. I gotta pull it back out again. His was turned that way. Let's make sure that's over there. Come on, baby, just get in there. I think that's right. Just gotta drop in just a little bit more for me. Go in the right way, that's the problem. This thing don't want to face the right way. Every time I put it in there, this disc dial moves more this way. I know it needs to be pointed that way. Maybe if I turn it that direction. Wants to face this way. So I need it to be about right there. Alright, now it's sitting in there. And this would plug into there. I'm about to clean that. Alright, so this disc on top does not want to face that way. No matter what I do or how I have tried to position it in there. I don't know how, but that metal little strip will not face that way. It wants to face this way. If I face it that way, it won't go all the way down. So you know what? This distributor is meant for this van specifically. I'm just going to leave it the way it wants to go. I'm not going to force it any which way. I'm just going to leave it like that. If it needs to be timed up or whatever, I'll just take it out and we'll try and position it a different way, I guess. But for now, I'm just going to leave it. Alright, so next thing I need to do is I need to bolt down the base of this first. We're not keeping this old cap on, by the way. I'm just setting it here for right now so I can access and put the bolt in. Oh yeah, it didn't come with the bolt either. It didn't come with a bolt. So I guess we'll use the old bolt that I pulled out of there, which is fine. It's just a bolt, but you would think for $130 something they wouldn't be missing one of my screws, and it also wouldn't be missing the fucking bolt to bolt this thing in. What if this bolt was stripped when I was taking it out and I needed a new bolt? Stupid. I got kind of gypped there. Just a little bit. Not happy about it, but I wanted all new components here. Alright, I need to move this out of the way. Let's see. Hopefully this will just go right in easy peasy. Some of this out of the way. see if I could put you guys somewhere else. I told you guys, this is hard to do live streams and work on a van because there's no place to put your fucking camera. Like, there's no place to hold your phone. Or, well, there's no place to set your phone when you're working on it in the van. This shit's just gonna keep fucking falling. Fucking bitch. Oh, you think so? They pocketed them? Well, I'll tell you what, if this bolt don't fit that harness, this part's going back, and I'm telling them somebody jacked my goddamn bolts. I still got a car I can drive up there. Trying to get the camera just right. That's probably gonna fall again. Keeps falling. But I need to get this in. I have to do it with my fingers first. Okay, I think that's it right there. Yeah. Yeah, we got it going down. It fits. Alright, got that. I just gotta tighten it. And then put that up. That wrench. I gotta find that wrench. Oh no, the wrench monkey stole my wrench. Where'd it go? I set it up here. Probably. Bro, how shit just disappear? I just used it. See? This fucking... Alright, well, we're not going to do that again. We tried it 3 times. I gotta find my wrench. I don't see it anywhere in here. Oh, this is the new one. I can set that there. I put it in my pocket. No. Not in my pocket. Not under the box. Not in the box. Not there. Bro, where the fuck did this wrench go? Not there. So my wrench just completely vanished. The one I used to get the shit off. Unless when the phone fell, it like flung it somewhere, maybe. This is useless. Alright, hold on. Where the fuck is this wrench, dude? I set it out here. I bet you I put it out here. Yep, there it is. I used it for the battery. Alright, so I'll try and hold the phone and do it with one hand. So, oh, not that side. This is, here, let me switch hands. There we go. That's better. Change my distributor with one hand, fuck it. Make sure this is nice and tight and sealed. This you want tight. So remember, the guy that changed his distributor, his van didn't start initially. He had to like try and cold start it 14 times before he got it. It turned over, and it barely turned over. But once it ran fine. All right, I think that's good enough. It's pretty in there. All right, so now And this little dial here, what I was talking about, is when I tried positioning it that way before I dropped it in, it wouldn't let me. It had to turn this way in order to fit down in. So I'm hoping that this is the correct angle. It is possible, because the guy that did the video, he was in a Chevy. This is a GMC, so it could be slightly different in mine, the timing. His was timed up facing that way. Mine could be this way. Alright. So now what I need to do is I need to put my cap on. This thing, the new one, facing the right way would be this way. And once I get this screwed on, then I can start one by one putting my hoses into it. So let's see. Let's drop that right down in there. Just like that. That's on. Cool. Alright, let me figure out something to do with this phone real quick. There's got to be a place I can set this phone to where you guys can still see and I don't have to hold it. Can you guys get like a bird's eye view? Can I somehow maybe... Nope. I strap my phone in. Oh, that would be nice if I could just get it to stay. It's not going to work. All right, you can go. Goodbye. All right, let's see. Let's do this. Maybe this will work. We'll stand this box up. I can set you guys for a second. Set this box up and then put it in the middle here, like this, and the box up. Look, see? And then we'll put this here, and we can turn it like this way. I gotta put something in front of it too to hold it. A wrench. Something tall. Actually, maybe I put you guys behind it. I just gotta zoom in again. Alright, let's try this. Can you guys see? Did that work? Let me look at the other phone. Yeah, that looks good. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Let me see if I can refocus it. I gotta vape real quick. I need a vape break. Oh, we'll use the parts box. At least the parts box is good for something. Alright, so I got these screws here. I got an old screw and I got a new screw. I think I gotta change this drill bit out. Oh. Back to the right size one for these screws. I gotta take this glove off too. Alright, so first things first, drop the screw into place. I know you're not going to be able to see much with this stupid thing right now, but this will be out of the way here shortly. Now I got to turn this way. Alright, I don't want to fasten it all the way yet. I want to do it evenly. So I got to put the other one in, which is right here. This one's so hard to fucking see. I should have just put it in the hole before I laid it down on there, now that I think of it, but I hope, please don't drop it. Should have used at least a longer screw on this side. Oh, no. I just don't want it dropping in the oil. If it drops down, it's just going to fall into like that little dish right there. Just got to be able to see. Oh, come on. I just don't want it to get covered in oil. Alright, there we go. I just gotta tighten it. That's in. I gotta finish the other side. Alright. It's in. Now I just gotta connect everything. Let's go ahead and change these first. So the first one to come off is gonna be this one. That spark plug goes here. This spark plug is number 4. Oh, come on, get in there. Okay. Number 6. Okay, we got number 6 on. Whatever the fuck this one is. Here. I hear a click. Alright, those are in. Alright, now I gotta do the other side. So this is going to be number 3 on the end here. So this will be number 3. Number 1, which was one of the misfiring cylinders. Okay, the last one. All of them put back in the exact places that they came out of. I gotta plug this little thing in. Just, maybe if it'll fit. Oh no! Wait, that should fit. Don't fucking tell me this is not the right size. Oh, there it goes. Could you imagine? Would they put a newer adapter on the new distributor and I'd have to get this spliced and changed to the correct? It all went in. Alright, it all fit. I'm just really gonna make sure everything's in. Alright. Cool. Move this up here. That's good. All right, so now to try and start the van. Let me grab my computer first. I gotta find that. Where did I put my computer at? Wait a second, guys. Here's my computer. Alright, first thing I need to do is clear codes, if there are any. So I gotta put my key in, turn the ignition halfway on. Let's get this plugged in real quick. So I got my computer here. Fuck. Alright, hold on. Turn the ignition halfway. Enter. 0 codes found. Erase, if there are any codes, we'll just erase. Yes. Erase done. But there were no codes that showed up when I plugged it in, which I guess is good, right? No codes are stored in the module. Alright, let's try and cold start it. Oh shit, I gotta have my foot on the brake. What the fuck am I doing? I think you have to have your foot on the brake in these cars. It's gonna be kind of hard. Nope. Alright. Remember the last guy that did this. I'm trying to sit down somewhere. There we go, that's good. The last guy that did this, it took him 14 tries. Okay. Not worried about killing the battery because I have a battery charger on there. It's really hard to do without a seat. Alright. We're gonna do something real quick. Just because it hasn't started since the issue, I'd never do this all the time. But put some ether in there. See about the other guy had to do that. God, this is like really fucking... Alright, I got my gas pedal. Alright, one more time. It's got 3/4 of a tank of gas in it. What do you mean? Look. It's got gas. Alright, let me hook up the battery again. So that's probably drained a lot in trying to start it. Hook this thing up. Set my phone down for a sec. Yeah, it has no codes either, right? Okay, I'm gonna plug this up. Oh wow, that's why it probably wouldn't start, guys. The battery is almost dead. So even though it might have gotten close to wanting to start, there isn't enough juice. Yeah, let me check the codes again, because I did try starting it quite a few times, and you would think if there's anything wrong with it, it would tell me. Let me turn the ignition halfway. Read codes. No codes are stored in the module still. Try erasing codes, even though there are no codes. I'm just trying to. Alright. Back. Read codes. No codes are stored. I think it might just need someone to spray the starter stuff into the air thing while I'm trying to crank it. I don't have anybody to do that right now. Mechanic's still coming later. Also, it's possible that that's not timed correctly. I wasn't able to position it the way I wanted to. Maybe there's a way to do it, but Everything is in the way it's supposed to be though. All these are plugged in. Nothing else is unplugged. That's plugged in. That's plugged in. Everything's in the way it's supposed to. Let me go check the battery real quick. I might need a minute on that battery. Yeah. The battery's gonna need a minute. That's probably why it won't fucking charge right now, because the battery's almost dead. Yeah, it's plugged back in. It's right there. It's up charging. So, like I said, that distributor needed to be replaced no matter what. You all seen the condition of the old one? Look at the old one. Look at the metal that's just sheared off of that rotary thing right there. You see it? The old one was torn to bits. Not including the top of it, the white part was burnt. So that had to be changed no matter what, whether that starts the van or not. The only other thing it can be is a loose, there's a loose hose or on the harness to the fuel injectors. Something's cracked, loose, or clogged, or it just needs to be replaced. That's down in there. So that's the only other thing it can be. So we already fixed that. That's replaced. That's good. All the spark plugs are still brand new. These were replaced within a couple of months, so those are new. Yeah, the only other thing it can be, or it could be this thing, which a mechanic would have to look at that and determine. Maybe they're stopping it. I didn't see where anything else broke off. The only one is just that it sliced around the O-ring right there. So I don't think anything's broken off in there. Everything else looks, yeah, I mean, I just really got to wait for that battery to charge. Make sure these are all nice and, oh shit. What the fuck? What? How? What the fuck? How'd it go from fucking 25 to 100 in a second? Alrighty, I gotta set my phone down. Let's crank it up again until it starts. Let's just keep doing it. Cold start number, what is this, 11? I had the gas pedal way down. Why doesn't it want to start? I don't understand. Started 2 days ago, by the way. It only stopped trying to start when my battery was killed. guess, I don't know. There's still no codes. Ignition back halfway. Read codes. No codes. I think it's just because it's like, it's a cold start. It hasn't run in a few days. So, for whatever reason, I don't think it's getting whatever the fuck it needs to get into the engine to start. I can try and do ether again. I can try ether again. I've sprayed quite a bit of that in there. It's not getting something. Alright, well, I guess I'll just wait for the mechanic to get here. At least I got it changed. I got it ready to go for him. So, I don't know if this drains the battery, so I'm going to unplug this computer for now. I'm going to leave my battery plugged in. So now the fucking battery's dead. I killed it again. I think it's a newer battery. So we'll let that no, he won't have to redo it. That's in, like the distributor's in. It can't go in any other way. The only thing that he can do is retime the disc on the top. And make sure all these are plugged in the way they're supposed to. I don't know, maybe one of these aren't in all the way and I just don't know it, you know. Feels like they're all in. But it could be something's just not in all the way. Or maybe something's loose down in there. He'll figure it out. That's why I got him coming over. But I got the labor part done for him at least. I got the whole thing installed, the old one out. You know, another thing too I don't have like the fancy mechanic computer to reset the entire computer in the van. I can just clear codes with that thing, but I can't do that. And it was in the instructions that you have to do that. Those things right there. That you have to reset the van computer. So I'd have to wait for him to come. But we got that done. That needed to be changed no matter what. Whether this starts the van today or not, that needed to be changed. And you all seen what the old one looked like. So the question is now, do I need to order a fuel injector? A Spider fuel injector set? Or can he just look at it and see if it's working? I think for the stencils, I'm going to do those here in a little bit. But I'm just gonna record those because I like making the cool videos with them, with some of the time lapse and stuff like that. There's not really a way for me to. It's really windy right now, so there's not a way for me to set my phone anywhere to do that to where my phone's not gonna fucking blow over. At least in the van, I don't have to deal with the wind, but it's pretty windy out right now. So I'll figure out a way to record that maybe in an hour or so. When he gets here later though, I'll keep you all posted. I'll either record it. I don't really want to live stream because I don't want to dox him. So There's some things I can't live stream, people. Gotta be safe. But I also got to go plug this phone in because the battery is probably about 40% now, it looks like. And I don't want it to like die on me either. I want it to be charged for when he gets here later. So I'll see you all later. Again, the title of this video was to change out the distributor, not fix the entire van. We hope that it might help fix it, but it didn't. Or maybe it's just, you know, something has to be connected correctly or recalibrated, computer reset, something simple. But we accomplished the mission of this video. We were successful in getting this thing replaced and installed. All bolts, screws fastened tightly. All hoses and spark plugs plugged in. So, mission accomplished. Baby steps, baby steps. 4 o'clock we'll get the van started. I'll see y'all later. I gotta go wash the fuck out of my hands too. I got oil everywhere. Peace.